Yeah.
Right, so we're going to start with the bust, waist and hip measurement. So whoever's measuring you, if they stand as a T, and then if you lift up your arms, and then you can see the front and the back. So you're going to take it around the fullest part of the bust and across the back. So make sure it's straight, and then you can drop down to the waist. So the waist is the smallest part. You can put your arms down there. I've got one. So make sure that when you're doing the waist and the bust that you put your arms back down, because it can increase the size slightly. And then you're going down to the hip, which is the fullest part of the bum. So let's just go down to the hip. So the fullest part of the bum, and again you can see the front and the back. Now make sure you pinch the tape measure, and leave a finger in between the skin and the tape measure, and that'll give you a little bit of ease. So they're the bust, waist and hip measurements. So the next one we're going to turn to do the back. So if you turn all the way to the back. So the back neck to the waist, you've got a bone at the top of your neck, bottom of your neck even, and you're going to go from the nape of the neck down the curve of the spine to the waist, and that's your back neck to waist. Now the next measurement is your back neck to hip. So if you just follow the curve down to then the fullest part of the the hip, then you're going to do the back width. And so the back width is from the crease of the arm to the crease of the arm. So you're just going to measure from there across the back to there, and that's your measurement for that one. So that's all your back measurements. So if you come round to the front again, so you're going to measure your shoulders, and so where your neck and your shoulder joins, that's where you're going to measure from to the end of the shoulder, which has got a little bone and you can feel it. So that's the length of your shoulder. And if you do both shoulders, because you can be uneven. So if you put your hand on your hip with your thumb facing forward, that's it. So with your hand on your hip and your thumb facing forward, that'll make your muscle as big as it's going to be. So we're finding the biggest part of your muscle, and this is your top arm measurement. So that's your top arm measurement there, and then you're going to come round and do your elbow measurement. And then while you're at it, you might as well do your wrist. Leave a finger in between. So that's the first wrist measurement. The second wrist measurement, just take your hand off there. So we can get it through the sleeve if you're going through a sleeve. So if you just rest it normal. So make sure you can get it on and off quite easy. If you put your hand back on your hip.
That way?
Yeah. So we're going to go down the length of the arm. So we're going to go from the bone to the elbow. So there's that measurement. And then continue down to the wrist. And that's the full arm measurement. I think... done that. So we're going to do the front neck to the waist. So if you've got just stay forward. So if you've got a full bust, you take it across the bust to the middle. And if you've got a smaller bust, take it down the front to the waist. That's your front waist. And then skirt length and trouser length, you're working on the side. So you're going from the waist. Skirt length is wherever you want your skirt length to be. Like we said, it's about 60 to 70 centimetres, depending on what you want. And then the trouser length is all the way to either the ankle or the floor. So I'll just measure Shell's trousers. And then your body rise, you need a chair. 1 second. So your body rise, you're just going to get from your waist. So from your waist at the side, down to where your bum is, so where the top of the chair. It's better if you've got a hard chair. So that's your body rise there. And that is the full set of body measurements.